If you want to know whether you're an executive leper, ask yourself if that man you are running around with will make you anything better than the present level of operation.
I say you cannot. They say why? I say because I'm Dr. Apoki.
I'm your friend Dr. Charles Apoki.
I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I'm so glad to reach you this evening in Nigeria. It might be morning wherever you are, but I'm glad to really speak to you. I want to talk about history makers and storytellers. History makers and storytellers. A storyteller is somebody who narrates events, tells people what has happened, events about incidences that have taken place, while a history maker is the one that creates the incidences that storytellers talk about. I'll take my bearing from 2 Kings chapter 8 from verse 1. The Bible says there that the king called Gehazi to come and narrate the great things that Elisha did in his lifetime. Gehazi was a worker in the ministry of Elisha. He was his personal assistant, and he got leprosy after he went for immediate gratification and the glamour and glitz of ministry by demanding for the gifts that the master rejected from Naaman, the Syrian general who was leprous. Unverified Jewish history has it that the 4 lepers that were at the city gate when Elisha prophesied concerning the availability of food after the siege was broken over the city of Samaria, that those 4 lepers were Gehazi and his 3 sons. That's not the subject of our discussion. I've talked about executive leprosy before. Why was Gehazi standing before the king? Gehazi was an executive leper, according to my eldest child, Dr. Mimi Apoki. Why would people like Naaman be around the king? You will notice that prominent people usually have some bizarre people around them. Such people are executive lepers. They are around the prominent people because of their nuisance value. Some of them are used to fight the battles of the elite. Others are needed by the elite to create crisis. Somebody who is not supposed to be around a sane person or a prominent person. You will see such people in places of authority, places of prominence. Such people act as those who rig elections for prominent people in Africa. They act as assassins for politicians, even governments. They are the ones who they use to disrupt peaceful protests. They are the ones who run dirty errands for them, and they can give them some privileges, even give them titles, but they are like brooms. You use a broom to sweep, but you don't use it to decorate your compound or use it to decorate your sitting room. If you want to know whether you're an executive leper, ask yourself if that man you are running around with will make you anything better than the present level of operation. We had thugs in one city in Nigeria who disrupted elections. You would think that his name will be amongst the ministers and he will be assigned the portfolio of Minister for Transportation. No, he's an executive leper. He's a broom. He has been used to create confusion, to destroy ballot materials, but he will remain at that level. He can't be promoted further. So now, such people are like rags that you use to clean offices. After cleaning your office, you hide such rags. They don't come out, you don't bring them out when visitors come. There is the story of a rich businessman I knew in a city, in one of the cities in Nigeria. He had a friend. Himself and his friend will come from the low income area and go to his office. The rich man will come from his high income area, and then he will sit there with his coats. The coats are usually bigger than himself, old coats, maybe some of the ones that the rich man had given to him as a gift. And then during break, they will go to one elite restaurant to go and eat. They will eat, uh, and then when they close, he would the elite man will go to his quarters reserved for rich people, while the poor man will trek home. They were friends for years. I always wondered why this rich man never gave this his friend an opportunity to do business like him, do importation like him. But I will tell you why. The rich man died, and the poor man could no longer go to the office of the rich man. I used to see him trek back home with his coat that looks like a dead cockroach, or his coat looked like the double door Toyota Sienna minivan that the doors are open. Usually, security men in my area open the two doors. So his coat looked like the two doors of Sienna minibus opened. And when his friend died, he couldn't go back to the office. So I used to see him trek. I don't know, I don't think he should be alive. He couldn't go back to that restaurant. I know he will be telling the stories of that his rich friend. He will become a storyteller. He must have told a lot of stories that his rich friend told him, the places they went to, the meals they ate, how the rich man built his houses. He will tell the rich man's children or grandchildren if he sees them, tell them how his father made their grandfather made money and all that and all that. He ended up as a storyteller. I want to share with you in the next video how people become storytellers instead of history makers. So, a lot of storytellers are executive lepers. They will end up not amounting to anything despite their association with enterprising people academic people, intelligent people, politicians, people in ministry. I will explain in the next video why that happens. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Remember to press the notification button, bell, and like this video, and then share with others. And then join my WhatsApp mentorship group by sending a message to +234 7052136763. We have large acreages of land, large virgin land for sale. Send a message to that same WhatsApp number.